We look for our Saluki radio preview of the Valpo Beacons on Tuesday night. It's the standalone game in the Valley, so everyone's going to have their eyes on this one. And as we have said, don't be fooled with Valpo's recent skid. It is 5 losses in a row. They've been competitive in those 5 games. I know the most recent one against Evansville at home is one that they wish probably was a little bit closer and had a chance to win at the end. But this is still a Valpo team that went on the road to Peoria, and they're just a made free throw away from beating the Bradley Braves in Peoria. This is a much improved Valpo team.
Yeah, good guards. And Stafford's out for the year, like Elijah Elliott, except his happened in the summertime, and that they had to reinvent themselves early. But uh, Valpo's got good guards. They've got a terrific forward. They've got the guy that we saw last year as a freshman, Cooper Schwieger, who's 6'10", and he can play at different levels. He can make shots from the perimeter. He can get you inside. If you get him in a one-on-one post-up, he's going to be really, really difficult to stop. And then, you just put different guys around him. They play with a lot of pace and they play fast. And maybe that, I don't know if it's that to Southern's advantage. Is it going to hurt them? I don't know. But uh, I said early on, people were discounting Valpo early on back in the summer and so like, hey man, they got a bunch of good players coming back. The one impressed me is Roger Powell kept his team, and that is impressive. That tells you right there the buy-in was already in place.
Last year, of course, Valpo, they went 7-25 overall in Coach Powell's first year, 3-17 in the league, and they already have 3 wins this year, Coach Watson. So they've already surpassed or close to surpassing their win total from last year. Monegro's been a really good addition for Valpo this year. Monegro comes in from Western Michigan. He's a junior, but averaging just over 30 minutes per game. We talked about those heavy minutes. He's one of 2 players joining Schwieger in terms of starting and playing in all 21 games.
Yeah, that speaks for itself. Those numbers. Another guy that when I spoke to AJ Moye last year, who played at Indiana, very good player. He's on Coach Powell's staff. He was referring to All Right, a 6'3" guard from Link Prep, a very powerful prep school that he's scoring 11, almost 12 points a game in the league. So that's another big guard that they have a lot of confidence in. They've got when you as we said before, when you have 4 guys scoring double figures in conference play, that's a team that's got to be reckoned with. Monegro is a guy that is new to the team as well, and he's logging heavy minutes.
Coach Watson, let's wrap it from a Southern Illinois angle. To go 2-0 on this road trip would be a huge statement for SIU, especially where this thing was just a couple weeks ago. Again, Southern has won 4 of their last 5 within the Valley. In your eyes, what will it take for Southern to make it 5 of the last 6 and to stack consecutive road wins for the first time this year?
I think it has a lot to do with Coach Nagy said the giggle factor, and I think Southern saw. I think they got his message about that. About you got to dial into this. It's about the next game. Chris Carr said it best down in Springfield, Missouri. He said every day's got to be the next day, the next game. And I think Southern showed that personality. They showed that demeanor. A big factor for Southern going forward is they've got to have the production out of the big 3: Davis, Hensley, Deba. 56 of the 89 points. That's not going to happen all the time, but they've got to be that much of a factor on the court where a guy like Damian Mayo now, he's not getting the attention for a block out, and he can go get a big time putback and an and one like he did in that game because his guys giving attention to other people. I think everybody's important in terms of shot selection and stopping the experimenting. We're beyond that. I mean, you just look at your stat sheet and know where you're good and go to where you're good, and that'll be good enough.
Our coverage begins Tuesday night at 7 Central. So a little bit of a later tip here in the midweek, 6 p.m. pregame, and then tip-off will be at 7 o'clock. If you can't catch us on the radio, how dare you? But you can see the game on the Valley on ESPN as well. So for the coach, Ronnie Watson, I am Luke Martin. We'll talk to you all Tuesday from Valparaiso, Indiana. Go Dogs.